Hello everyone, and today we are checking out Bitcoin Cash, which has been requested by one of the viewers. We will check out a short overview to give you a better idea about the differences between Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash, and also we will check out the price charts as always. And if you would like me to cover some of your favorite coins, definitely leave that in the comments down below. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So here we are on the Bitcoin Cash page, which is linked down in the description below. However, it is very brief. We don't have much info at all, just a couple of points over here with no more info, unfortunately. And here we can choose just a couple of options to choose a wallet, exchanges, etc., or for developers to run a nodes or develop some tools. There is no blog page or anything, just a link to read the white paper over here, which actually opens up the white paper to Bitcoin itself. So for this they are obviously coming out from Bitcoin. However, they just copy pasted this original white paper from Satoshi Nakamoto. So for some differences and facts, we have to jump into Cointelegraph, where in the section for blockchain beginners there is this short guide for Bitcoin versus Bitcoin Cash. And to give you just the most important points from this article, Bitcoin Cash started as a hard fork of Bitcoin in about August 2017, mainly because there was this debate of scaling effectively, because normally the Bitcoin blockchain is able to handle around 7 transactions per second. This is very slow in comparison to, for example, Visa payments via credit card, which are able to do an average of 1700 transactions per second, and they should even have capability to allow as far as 24 transactions per second. And if you have sent or wanted to receive some Bitcoin, you probably know it takes a couple of minutes, so anywhere between 15 to 30 minutes or so. So that's quite a long time if you want to pay for something in the store, for example. And this comes mainly from the limitation of 1 megabyte of data per block on the Bitcoin network. However, the Bitcoin Cash now has grown over to 32 megabytes per block on the blockchain network. So that means that now not only they can do as many as 200 transactions per second in comparison to 7 transactions per second, it even lowers down the transaction costs to less than a penny. So far from this, we can take away that it is just a different version of Bitcoin running on a very similar hashing algorithm. So this can come in hand for miners when they want to move from Bitcoin to Bitcoin Cash when it becomes more profitable, for example. But there is also this third version of Bitcoin, which is Bitcoin SP, and this is a version of Bitcoin Cash itself, and they want to raise the block size to 1 terabyte. And actually the size of this blockchain now is much larger than the Bitcoin, the original Bitcoin's blockchain size. So if you want to store this blockchain data, if you want to run a node, if you want to mine Bitcoin, you will have to sync all those data, and you have to have a capacity on your hard drives for these large amounts. So that's one of the reasons why the original Bitcoin is still holding on to those 1 megabyte block size, to at least somehow mitigate this never-ending and ever-increasing size of the whole blockchain ledger. The original Bitcoin has also one more advantage, and that is that it has so much adoption that all the big names are looking pretty much exclusively to Bitcoin. For example, Jack Dorsey is planning to build some DeFi services to replace smart contracts on Bitcoin. And Bitcoin, the original Bitcoin, is still the largest cryptocurrency by market cap out there, even before Ethereum with all its benefits over Bitcoin. So these were the main points about Bitcoin Cash from the fundamentals, and now we can jump into some financials. Here on the CoinGecko we can see that it is ranked as number 19th by the market cap, and today's price is just under $500. And we can also see that it has a same maximum supply of coins of 21 million, which is the same as for the Bitcoin. However, there is a slight difference in the circulating supply at the moment, which is a bit larger in the case of Bitcoin Cash. However, one interesting thing I want to mention is that the 24-hour trading volume seems to be very high in comparison to the total market cap, which seems to be around 80% or so of the total market cap. You can see $7 billion versus $9 billion. And in case of Bitcoin, we can see that the 24-hour trading volume is just 30 billion versus the almost 800 billion total market cap. So that's quite interesting that Bitcoin Cash is very much being traded every day. And this comes, I believe, from the low gas fees, low transaction costs, and much faster transactions than it is in the case of Bitcoin. Now we can jump into the price charts themselves. We are here taking a look at Bitcoin Cash in relation to the US dollar, and this is quite a simple one. We can see some very defined price channels going all the way back from 2017, from the hard fork itself all the way back to the present price of just under 500 US dollars. And we can see that for a very long time in 2019 and 2020 the price has been inside this price channel over here, and just recently it has broke down, touching almost 1700 over here after coming down slightly a little bit. And so far it is looking, there is a slight uptrend over here. We have a couple of techs over here in March 2020, so just after the health crisis correction, and also then towards the end of 2020 as the Bitcoin itself was rising as well. We've been pretty much copying this support line over here and here. After those sell-offs in crypto since May 2021, we've made a couple of perfect tags here as well, and now we are actually touching this line for another time. However, if we zoom really close, we can see that we are just under this upper resistance of this price channel, but still above this support. So the price is now squeezed in between those lines, and there could be some short-term volatility coming in the next couple of weeks. And from this picture, the Bitcoin Cash doesn't seem to be a bad option at all. However, if we take a look at Bitcoin Cash to Bitcoin ratio, we can see a more pessimistic picture over here. Again, we have some very defined horizontal support lines over here, which held the price again a couple of times in the past and also recently act as a resistance. However, it is all under this downtrending resistance now at the moment, with multiple tags here at the beginning of 2019, also here at the beginning of 2020, and now finally in May 2021. So the overall trend in comparison to the biggest player, which is Bitcoin, this is not looking very good. And if we zoom in a little bit closer, we can again see some kind of support line over here. It acted as a support a couple of times before over here. However, more recently it has become a resistance, and the price has failed to come above this line for a couple of times in a row. So now at the moment the price is heading even lower. And finally, if we check out the Bitcoin Cash to Ethereum ratio, we can see probably the most well-defined downtrending channel, which is over here, where pretty much for 2 years in a row we have this very quite narrow channel going downwards over here, and the price is respecting this upper resistance and this lower support very well. So from this point of view, Ethereum is looking like much better option than Bitcoin Cash if we stay inside this price channel of this ratio. And just to give you a full picture again, since the beginning in 2017, the price has been going pretty much sideways for this ratio in regards to Ethereum. However, as we mentioned, at the beginning of 2020 the price started to fall down dramatically, and even down here on the momentum indicator we can see the momentum is pretty much gone and the price is still coming down. So in conclusion, if you are looking into starting a position in Bitcoin Cash from investment standpoint, I would definitely wait a little bit how this situation over here unfolds. If we have a break above this resistance now and a bit of a back test, or if we break down this support as well and start heading even lower. And this is pretty much it from what I wanted to cover in this short overview. If you enjoyed it, you can smash the like button to help this channel out in the YouTube algorithm, and you can also subscribe for more future crypto content to come on this channel. And with this, I thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers!